We do not have the second chance to create the first impression. And as we all know, first impressions are the most lasting. As a SEO at Freelanguage LDA, as a SEO of a language service provider that has been operating since 2011, almost every day I receive proposals and emails from various language professionals and from various vendors of language services. And again I see the same mistakes and the same errors in these emails. While some of these mistakes are neglectable, others can easily ruin the whole impression and may even make clients decide not to start cooperation with such vendors. So I decided to record this video to summarize all typical mistakes that can be seen in emails from language service providers and to help freelance linguists to avoid losing clients because of them. Let's start with the most basic things. It is your email address. Your professional email address should ideally be your name at your domain name dot something. However, of course, not all freelancers have their own domain names, and many language professionals keep using popular mailing services such as Gmail, Hotmail for their work. It is okay. However, do not forget that funny or smart email address that you can use for personal purposes, to communicate with your friends, family, is not the best choice for business purposes. Even if you use some free mail services, you should try to make your email address look similar to your first name dot second name at mailing service domain name. For example, john.smith at gmail.com. If the corresponding email address is occupied and is not available, it makes sense to add numbers. But please do not make numbers that mean nothing. For example, john.smith1 at gmail.com does not look well. Why? Such combinations are often used by scammers operating in the field of translations and language services. So if you add a number, this number should be easily explained. For example, add your birth year to your name, or add the date, the year when the corresponding email address is created. For example, john.smith 2022 at gmail.com. Never use various signs and symbols in your email addresses. First of all, it is easier to make mistakes with such symbols like underscore or various dashes. Moreover, again, such combinations are widely used by scammers operating in our industry. Second point, when you set up your email address, be careful with with spelling your name. As you know, in the form that it should be filled to get a new email address, you need to enter your first name and your second name. Very often there are spelling mistakes, and even more often there are problems with capitalization. Some clients will neglect it, but for other customers, such errors in your own name or errors in capitalization of your name can be signs of wrong attitude to work, signs of inattentive approach to your freelance business. Thus, these will be signs negative signs for your clients, and some of them may decide not to cooperate with you only because of this. I would like to draw attention of people whose native languages are not with Latin alphabet, such as Russian, Japanese, Chinese, Arabic, Hebrew, and other languages. Always, when you fill in the form to register your email address, always provide your name in Latin characters in brackets near your name in native language, or vice versa, provide use transliteration of your name into with Latin letters, and provide your name in your native language in brackets. It is even better. Some language professionals whose native languages are not with Latin alphabet sometimes use nicknames, or for example, many Chinese language professionals choose Latin names that sound similar to their real names in Chinese. In such situations, always be consistent. If you use your nickname in one place, keep using it everywhere, and keep using the same nickname. Do not make changes. If you use it in your signatures, your nickname should always be the same, because sometimes and rather often the name that is set in the mail settings is one, and the person sign emails with similar nickname, but with some differences. Such inconsistencies raise doubts. Subject field. Many freelance linguists try their best to invent the most catchy subject lines for their emails to new customers. Do not do it. Please understand that if a client does not need translations or language services at the time when your proposal arrives, there is no magic force that can make such customer order your services. The best thing that may happen is that the recipient of your proposal decides to save it to be used in the future. Now imagine that after several months, when such person needs responsive services, the client starts searching for your proposal in the mailbox or among similar other proposals, offers sent by other vendors. Your subject line should work as an anchor. The subject line should help your clients find your proposal. If it is something catchy, I don't think that it helps customers to find your proposal after several months. So I always recommend to make your subject lines of the initial emails to new clients your shortest and the most concentrated presentation of your services. Make it informative, include all valuable information into it. Special point is the addressing, or the way how you say hello to your to the recipients of your proposal. Do not use addressing, don't use words that create a wall between you and your potential clients. Dear sir, madam, should be replaced with simple hello. Or if you know what time of the day is at your potential client's side, use good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to address to them. It's more effective than to write something similar to whom it may concerns. Such official phrases, they do not create an emotional bond between you and your readers, and choose something that unites you. Do not use such addressings. Don't use such words that show the distance or show the difference between you and and the recipients of your emails. Special attention should be paid to the use of abbreviation. I'm against using abbreviations and language codes and in emails and proposals to potential customers. Why? Because there are many ways, many different standards of abbreviations and language codes. Some people use one of them, and other people use other standards. So even you cannot be sure that your abbreviations are understood by recipients of your proposals, of your emails. Moreover, if you send offers to direct clients, I don't think that they are going to search for a provider of some language services using some abbreviations in their search request. More probably they will write something translator English French instead of NFR. The same is about some errors and signs that show directions of translations. It is better, at least at the beginning of your message, to write in words all your language combinations. So, for example, I translate from English into French and Portuguese, because these signs may have a different meaning for your clients. And again, I believe that the use of such signs reduce the searchability of your emails in the customers' inboxes. Avoid abbreviations and avoid symbols. And I think one of the typical errors that you can see in many proposals and emails from freelance language professionals is that many freelancers try to tell everything about them in the first email they send to new clients. Please understand that your first email is a way how you get acquainted with new people. And when we get acquainted with new people, we usually do not tell everything about ourselves at the first time. Here the logic is the same. You should include only the most important information, and you should make your customers curious. You should encourage them to open some attachments, to visit your website, to learn more about you. So your email should not be too long, simply because nobody, as longer is your email, as fewer people will read it up to the end. So I don't want to set some specific limits that your email should be of 10 sentences, 5 sentences, or whatever. I just want to say that it should be as shorter as it can be. It should be informative, it should provide all the required information, but at the same time it should not be too long, because with each new line you will lose your readers. Again, one more point. If you attach something to your email, or if you provide some links to resources where customers can find your CV or information about you and your services, always explain, always tell your customers what information they can find there. You should understand that opening attachment is an action for your client. and you need to add the call to action for the recipients of your emails to make them open attached documents. Call to action, the lack of call to action is another problem in many emails from vendors of language services. Remember that if you want to receive an answer, you should ask a question. If you want the recipients of your proposal to open something, or to check some attached documents, you should explain what they can find there. You should refer to this content in the text of your email. A couple of more things. First of all, often many language professionals forget to add email signatures. It is a matter of professionalism, it's a matter of business ethics. All professional emails should be accompanied with a well set signature with some contact details, with some links to resources, with some other information about the services. Believe me that your email with a good looking signature looks much better than an email that ends with just best regards and your name. Do not neglect it. It's important to add this information, and it also helps customers to find your contact details. Thus, just adding your email signature to all your official correspondence with your clients increase the chances of getting new projects and new assignments. Speaking about appearance, we cannot deny that we still rather often judge by appearance, and this is true for emails we send to new customers. Do not forget about some design elements. Make your emails to new clients look good. Add some design features. Use some graphic elements, but again, not too much. I can provide a real life example. When one linguist sent me a proposal, in his email he used 4 different colors, for one color for every passage. I don't see that it's a good design concept, and I cannot explain, find an explanation why it was required. So your email should not only be well written, it should look professional too. It should draw attention of your readers to some points you would like to highlight. So never neglect these design aspects while preparing new emails to potential customers.